nice 30-minute cycling workout on this rainy Wednesday. I hope you guys are all ready. Before we go ahead and get started, we're going to want to make sure that we have the right seat height. So what we're looking for is that the height of our seat matches with our hip. That way when we're pedaling, we can reach full extension in our hip and our knee on our downstroke, and we are not all bunched up or super hyperextended. So go ahead, hop on and pedal, and make sure you have a nice, comfortable pedal. If you do feel like you're reaching, maybe lower your seat a little bit. And if you do still feel a little bunched up, maybe raise your seat a little bit. It's going to be that back knob on the back of your bike if you are using a bike. But if you are nice and comfortable, we're going to go ahead and get seated on our bike and start pedaling. Right now, this is pre-warm-up, so don't go too far too fast. Just pedaling for fun. I do ask that if you're taking this class in the SRAC, you respect the rules and you keep your mask on. And if you are at home, feel free to take it off. I don't know. If you're in a different facility, just respect their rules. But I hope you guys are ready for a good 30-minute hard workout. Good. We're going to go ahead and give everybody else about 1 more minute to get on. And then we're going to cycle our little hearts out. And then we're going to go about the rest of our day, hopefully feeling better, cooler, more cycle. I don't know. But it is about 4 p.m. So if everybody is ready, we're going to go ahead and get started with our warm-up. We're going to start by locating that red knob in the center of our bike. If we're on a twin bike, it should be right down there in the center. And we're going to focus on the controls. So turning it to the left is going to take resistance off of our flywheel. Turning it to the right is going to add resistance. And then this is also going to be our emergency stop knob. So pressing down on that is going to bring your flywheel to a stop. If at any point you need to go get water, you need to go to the bathroom, or something happens where your flywheel gets a little bit too out of control, you can always press down on that. If you are not on a twin bike, make sure you know how to do all those controls just on whatever particular bike you are on. Good. If you are on a twin bike in the facility, you might have a center console, so it's a screen. You can go ahead and turn that on. It's that top button. What this console is going to do is going to tell us our power and our RPMs. So our RPMs are how fast we're pedaling, and our power is how much force we are exerting on the pedals. Again, this is not necessary to have on your bike, but if you do have it, you can use it to gauge how hard you're working in this class. Good, we've got about a minute and 50 seconds in our warm-up, so everybody go ahead and sit up nice and tall for you. We're going to do a couple shoulder rolls back. Good. We're going to hinge forward at our hips and find a light grip on those handlebars. We should have a slight bend in our elbow, and we should be focusing on keeping that engaged core, open chest, flat back riding posture. Pedaling through the center of our foot. Good. This is the position that we're going to get the most power in. Good. And we are going to be working on some intervals today, but we're going to be working on a 1 through 10 scale of work. So 1, you can kind of see that's how much resistance is on your flywheel. So 1 is super easy. There's almost no resistance. It's like you're easy flying around in the sky. 10 is there's way too much and you can barely pedal through each stroke. We're going to want to be at a medium 5 for the warm-up. So we feel like our flywheel is just beginning to make contact with the road. And we are putting in a little bit of work, but we can be doing this for a very long time. And you will hear me throughout this class kind of cue maybe what number of work we should be at. It's just say somewhere between 5 and 10. We're going to try not to drop below 5 because we're going to want to be working hard today. But again, right now we're trying to find that medium, moderate 5. So feeling like we could cycle at this pace for a very long time. And we are going to kick off stage 1 with our sprint. So we're going to be 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. And those are coming up right now. I'll cue us when those get started, but we are moving from the warm-up to stage 1. Go ahead and increase your resistance a little bit. Good. And we are starting our first sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 30-second sprint, getting our RPMs anywhere between 85 and 105. If you are exceeding 105 at any point, go ahead and add some resistance. And if you feel like your hips are super bouncy in the seat, also add some resistance as well. Good, 30-second sprint. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds off. As an added challenge, try and pedal through this resistance. Good, and we're going to do that 2 more times. Super easy way to kick off class, right? I do love sprints. I like speed. Good, taking advantage of this 30 seconds off. But don't get too comfortable because we are back in for our second sprint in 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds on. Good, pedaling through the center of our foot, getting our RPMs anywhere between 85 and 105. Halfway there. Good, push through. And we are done in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds off. Good. Whew, I hope this is one wake-up drill for you guys. Again, we're pedaling through that resistance. Getting ready for our last 30-second sprint. We are on in 3, 2, 1. Our last 30 seconds right here. Good. Push through. Good. Dig deep, focus. You are halfway through our last sprint of the song. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds off. Good. You can take that resistance off your flywheel and use this time to maybe get a drink of water. Good. And we've got a little over 30 seconds before we go into song 2. Song 2 is going to be a standing flat. So whenever we stand up, make sure that you're adding enough resistance on your flywheel to combat the rest of your weight over the pedals. And we're going to be standing in about 10 seconds. But for now, enjoying this teeny tiny break that you get. All right, here we go. Giving that resistance knob a turn to the right and joining me up out of the saddle. This song is about 3 minutes long, and our goal is to stay standing the entire time. Good, we're trying to make sure that we have enough resistance to where we're staying controlled. Good. If we feel a little bouncy or a little too uncontrolled while we're in this standing position, go ahead and add some resistance for me. Good, and we're maintaining that engaged core, open chest, flat back, pedaling to the center of our foot. My sights on gold, let me make that clear. I wanna fly higher than the rest. Nothing will ever hold me down. This will be good, and if you want an extra challenge, I'm going to give some options for resistance increasing. You don't have to take them. It depends on how your body feels. But if you want to change this from a standing flat to a little bit more challenging standing fly, go ahead and feel free. And that first optional resistance turn is right here. Good, we should be giving the knob a half turn. Good. We got about a minute and a half left standing. And then we get a recovery song right after this.
No height is out of reach. Prepare to see.
Good, another resistance option is right here again, another half turn.
My time has just begun.
Making it a little bit harder to pedal through.
Reach the top.
50 seconds left.
Get in my way. I've been waiting all year long to soar up high today. I wanna fly higher than the rest. Nothing will ever hold me down.
Good, digging deep. Just over 30 seconds left. Our last resistance turn option is right here. Riding it out like this for 30 more seconds. Good. If we took those resistance turn options, maybe we have a little bit of a lean in each pedal to help us get through. But dialing in, we've got about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take it back into the saddle. We've got about a 2-minute long recovery song. And we're going to go right into stage 2. Take some time to get some water, catch your breath, and enjoy about 2 minutes off.
All the way to the top, never stop, no. We are the champions. All the way to the top, never stop, no. We are the champions. We are the champions.
If you have taken my class
We are the
before,
champions.
you know that stage 2 is typically designed to be a little bit more challenging than stage 1. Stage 1 is kind of meant to get us in the mindset for cycling. Stage 2 is where we're going to get the majority of our work. And we're going to kick off stage 2 with a drill called 30-20-10. And this is where those work numbers are going to come. A scale of 1 to 10 is going to come handy. We're going to want to be cycling in the first 30 seconds at a 5-6 work pace. We're going to go into a 20-second interval where we're going to want to be cycling at a 7-8 work zone, and then that last 10 seconds is going to be 8-9 of really, really hard work. And that'll make a little bit more sense when we get to the actual drill itself. This is one of my favorite drills to run and also coach. So I am pretty pumped. We've got about 40 seconds left in our warm-up. So if you have not, go ahead and increase that resistance a little bit just to get our bodies waking back up and ready to finish strong in stage 2.
All the way to the top.
We are the champions.
All the way to the top.
We are the champions.
All the way to the top. Never stop.
Let me get my timer ready.
We are the champions. All the way to the top.
Stage 2
Never
is
stop.
3 work zones, and then we are home free into our
We are
cool
the
down.
champions. We are the champions. We are the champions.
All right, here we go. Kicking off our drill 30-20-10. Make sure you find that 5-6 work zone, so that work zone that was a little bit harder than our warm-up and our recovery. And we're going to kick off our first 30 seconds now. Good, so we're cycling for 30 seconds in this work zone, and then once we get right to 30 seconds, we're going to cycle for 20. So I'm going to cue us to add some resistance to our flywheel, and we're going to focus on pedaling with more resistance and pedaling a little bit faster. So increasing our RPMs as well. Good, and we're going to give that resistance knob a turn to the right in 3, 2, 1. Give it a little bit of a turn. We're now in that 20 seconds of harder work. So we're going to want to be anywhere between a 7 and an 8 on our work zone. Good. We're going to give that resistance knob a turn to the right in 3, 2, 1, getting our RPMs anywhere between 85 and 105. We are in a 10-second heavy sprint. Good. 3, 2, 1, and take that resistance back. 30 seconds of easy to moderate work. And that is how the drill is ran. We're going to be doing that 3 more times. Good. We're giving that resistance knob a turn to the right. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 20 seconds of harder work. Pushing through right here. Once we finish this round, we will be halfway through with this drill. Keep that in mind, giving it everything we've got. And we are increasing that resistance in 3, 2, 1. A sprint for 10 seconds. RPMs anywhere between 85 and 105 with heavy, heavy resistance. Good. 3, 2, 1, and 2 rounds done. 2 rounds left. Taking this 30 seconds. Maybe get some water. Maybe just enjoy 30 seconds. Do whatever you want to do. 30 seconds is yours. Good. Increasing that resistance. Going into 20 seconds of hard work. In 3, 2, 1. Increasing those RPMs for me. Good. Dial in. Once more, increasing that resistance in 3, 2, 1. Our 10-second sprint right here. Really dial it in. You're already halfway through. Good. Push, 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 and take it back. Our last round of 30, 20, 10. Right here, giving me everything you've got. Woo, I'm a little sweaty, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Means I hope you are too, or maybe the studios are just really hot. All right, and we are increasing that resistance for our last 20 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Kicking it up a notch. We should be anywhere in that 7, 8 work zone. Good. But don't get too comfortable in that 7, 8 work zone because we are kicking it up a notch. In 3, 2, 1, our last 10 seconds. Push right here. Push, push, push. Halfway there. Almost. Keep going. The music is fading, but we are not. And relax. Good. Take some time to catch your breath. Dial that resistance back to that 30-second 5, 6 work zone. Before we go into our next drill, you can take about 20 seconds to get some water, catch your breath, and get ready to finish stage 2. All right. This drill is going to be our seated climb. So kind of what we did when we were standing, if you took those options to increase resistance, it's going to be the same thing as that, but we are seated. And this time the resistance turns, again, are optional because it is your class. I just instructed, but they're heavily encouraged. And we're going to simulate what it feels like to climb a mountain. So go ahead and give that resistance knob a half turn, increasing that resistance, kicking this drill off. If you guys like to use your imagination, you can pretend that we are actually cycling up a mountain. You can choose Stone Mountain, Kennesaw Mountain, or if you're feeling really ambitious today, Mount Everest. That's what I'm going to do. Tell people that I climbed Mount Everest in 4 minutes. Are you kidding? Absolutely. But I will be giving you guys resistance cues throughout the song, remembering to give a considerable amount of resistance increase. And our second option is right here, a half to a full turn. Good. It might help to picture something we really, really want at the top of that mountain. Maybe it's an A on a test. Maybe it's a big bag of money. Maybe it's our four-legged furry friend who's waiting for us at home. Or maybe it is just getting to the end of the week. But you can imagine what you really, really, really want at the top of that mountain. And each pedal is a step closer to it. We are now 2 minutes and 30 seconds away from whatever that is. Our next resistance turn option is right here. Good. Pedaling through the center of our foot, keeping that engaged core, flat back, open chest. Pedaling for whatever it is we so desire. 2 minutes left. Good. If our flywheel is feeling really heavy on our legs, maybe focus on pulling your heel to your glute rather than just pushing. So thinking of cycling as a push-pull system, take some of that stress off of your quads and begin to engage your hamstrings. So again, focus on pulling your heel up to your glute. Good. Pushing and pulling rather than just pushing down. Good, our second to last increase is right here. The heavier it gets, the closer we are to the top of that mountain. We've got about a minute left in this drill. Good, keep pedaling, keep pushing. Good, 45 seconds left. I know your legs are tired because mine are too, but keep pedaling towards whatever it is at the top of that mountain. 30 seconds left. If we're at the point where we need to close our eyes to vision what it really is we want, go ahead and do so. Push, push, push. Good, 15 seconds. Good, 10. The music is going to fade, but we are going to pedal through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that resistance off. Good. Take some time, catch your breath, get some water, and I will lead you through our very last work song of class. Our last work song is going to be Tabata. Tabata is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We're going to do 6 rounds of this. We're going to do a seated sprint for 20 seconds, 10 seconds off seated, and then a standing heavy for 20 seconds. And that will be 2 rounds. We're going to be doing that 6 times. So we will have 3 seated sprints, 3 standing heavy, and then we are home free. We are going to start with our seated sprint, 20 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Good, on for 20 seconds. Making sure we have enough resistance to stay controlled in the seat. Remembering if our RPMs are exceeding 105 to add some resistance. Good, push through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 10 seconds off. Again, as an added challenge, pedal through that resistance, but don't get comfortable because we are standing in 3, 2, 1. Come up out of the saddle, 20 seconds. Good. Maybe our pedals are matching the beat of the music. Good. And we are down in 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds off. And we're going to do that 2 more times. And we are on for a 20-second sprint in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Good. Pedal through, pedal through. I know we are tired. I know this is the end of class, but this is when you drain your tank. We are halfway there. Good. And 3, 2, off. See if you can pedal through that resistance until we stand. In 3, 2, 1, coming up out of the saddle. 20 seconds. Good. Halfway there. And we are seated in 3, 2, 1. Take it back. We have one more seated sprint and one more standing heavy. And then we are into our cool down. Getting ready in 3, 2, 1. Last 20 second sprint. Here we go. Good. Push. 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 Halfway there. Don't give out on me now. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds off. 20 seconds of work. Stands in between you and the end of class. Everybody come up out of the saddle with me in 3, 2, 1. 20 seconds. See if you can match the beat of the music while you pedal. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take a seat. Good. You can take that resistance off your flywheel. We are now just pedaling to catch our breath, bring our heart rate down. Taking this time to grab some water. Maybe give ourselves a high five, a pat on the back. If you're socially distancing cycling with your friends, you can give them an air high five. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. You know what I meant. Okay? Give them a high five, but stay 6 feet apart. And we're going to go ahead and start with those on the bike stretches, bringing our arms across our body, acting as if there's a magnetic repel between our ear and our shoulder to get the most out of this stretch. Good. Again, we should be pedaling with no resistance. Go ahead and release. Same thing on that other arm. Again, acting as if there's a magnetic repel between our shoulder and our ear. Good. And release. Pressing down on that emergency stop knob. Bringing our flywheel to a stop. We're going to go ahead and hop off the bike. For our off-bike stretches, we're going to find that nice incline right at the back of our bike and prop our toes right on it. Hinging forward at our hips, we're going to feel that stretch in the lower back half of our legs, otherwise known as our calves. Good. If you want to get a little bit deeper in that stretch, you can bend at the knee and bend at the hip and lean a little bit more, and you'll feel that stretch a little bit more deeper in your calf. A little bit more. Good. And release. Same thing on that other leg. Starting with just hinging forward at the hip. So if we want to go deeper into it, we can ease our leg into it. Good. If you do want to get a little bit deeper in that calf stretch, dropping at that knee and hinging a little bit more down at that hip. Good. Hopefully you feel this more towards your bone of your leg. A little bit of that underlying calf muscle. Good. Go ahead and release. Finding that nice midpoint in our bike. We're going to prop our heel up on that. Keeping our hips square to the bike, we're going to hinge forward at the hips for a nice hamstring stretch, that upper back half. If you are a gifted, super stretchy person and can get your foot up on the seat for that stretch, feel free to do so. I, however, am not even close. I will not even try because these are recorded. So meaning my failure can be replayed over and over and over again. Good, but getting the most out of this stretch that we can. Good, and release. Same thing with that other leg, propping our heel up, keeping our hips square to the bike, hinging forward at our hips. If you guys like these virtual fitness classes, please feel free to check out KSU Sports Rec and find the rest of the live or the virtual live fitness schedule. We offer classes like cycling, Zumba, strength, and yoga, as well as other formats of dance. But you can find the full correct schedule on KSU Sports Rec, or you can download the KSU Department of Sports and Rec app and find it there. Go ahead and release. Our last stretch of the day, we're going to grab our ankle, point our knee directly to the ground, and focusing on keeping our hips underneath us. Feeling this stretch in the upper front half of our leg, otherwise known as our quads. Love those guys. They do a lot for us. Good, and release. Same thing on that other leg, pointing our knee directly at the ground, keeping our hips underneath us. Trying to balance if you can. If you can't, maybe looking at taking a yoga class. Those are also great. Good. And release. Thank you guys so much for joining me. My name is Muji. This was Cycle Express. I will see you guys next